Good morning, guys. How we doing? How we doing? All right, so we got interrupted yesterday, unfortunately, because Twitch went down, which sucked. Unfortunate, but we're not gonna harp on it. It happens, you know what I mean? So here's what we're gonna do. We were making our way back to the ship, so we're just literally gonna pick up where we left off. I paused it right when I noticed Twitch went down, and I ended the stream and I stopped playing. So you guys technically didn't miss anything. So let's just go from where we were, yeah? So we're making our way back to the ship, and let's get into it. Let's get into it. What up?
No choice. Take it. Can't get out of this.
Aberrant Soul, what's up, man? How we doing? How you doing today?
Stand back. I'll trip it up. Resonate with the earth. Carve through armor.
Who wants to die next? In here.
In a bind. Now we'll never.
Go Helium, do your thing. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, help me. Yep, perfect. That's not the one I wanted, but that's okay. We're fine. All good. Ended the battle like I wanted to. So. Am I starting to catch up? I think once I can go. I just want to honestly, I want to progress the story a bit because I need to unlock some side quests, and you can only do that by progressing the story. So here we are.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
Not all my questions are answered yet, though.
Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone?
I'm waiting for like the big twist.
You two. Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
So is she okay now?
Avakir filled me in about everything.
Guess so. She just,
about
you know,
how I ambushed
shook it
you
off.
all.
Yeah, jerk.
She doesn't remember a thing. So she really was being controlled.
Oh yeah, this whole area has been lore and dialogue
He told me about
and
Ptarmigan,
one
too.
boss fight
Is it true?
is what basically
What difference
happened.
does it make? What's done is done.
Also, sorry, I'm looking at my phone. I was doing an event
Stop
in a
casting
game
me
and I
off
had to finish
just
it.
for once.
Faria, not
Oh
now.
damn,
It can wait.
she's got attitude.
Dohalim, Lenegus is in grave peril.
So I can
She's
see.
got attitude.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
What if you can't, man? So much
If
pressure.
so, then what's the problem?
Panic's
What's
begun
up?
to
How
set
you
in among
doing
the citizens.
today?
Until now, whenever
Huge
something
lore
like
done
this
some
happens,
very little
the Sovereign
combat
would
around this
issue a
point. Yeah, it
decree.
kind of seems that way.
But this time, not
Also,
so much
sorry
as a
about
peep.
yesterday. Twitch literally
Any longer,
crashed
and we
on
run the
me
risk of
midstream.
riots breaking out before
But
we can
I
get
paused
things
it
back up and running.
right when it happened, and I stopped playing. So
Forget the Sovereign.
nothing has
I
been
doubt
missed.
you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean?
He's definitely
Do you know
not dead
something I
though,
don't?
right? For sure not dead yet.
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That
Bah,
is,
bah,
if
bah.
he ever even existed. Which is looking doubtful at this stage.
What do
Are
you think he
you
ever
out
existed?
of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain
this
now.
lady.
It sounds like we need to
This
find a way to
lady
keep
is
Lenegus from
something,
spiraling
let me
out of
tell you.
control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Oh no, Twitch
Riots
straight up
feed on discontent
crashed.
and unrest,
You thought it was a
right?
problem on your
So
side.
if
I
we
thought it
wanna
was a
keep
problem
the
on my
peace,
side.
we just
But
need
no,
to put
Twitch
people's
just
minds
straight
at
up went
ease.
down.
At ease.
It was
Like by letting them hear directly from
wasn't
someone
something.
they trust.
It was something.
That's it. Who's the highest ranking person in Lenegus right now?
Okay, finally done with that stupid event. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Lenegus
now I
wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly,
Is that
right?
Is that what happened? Because I know other things
Correct.
went down too.
The
I know
closest thing
DoorDash
to an
went
authority
down,
figure would be a lord.
and
The
I
only one left
think
is
Amazon is an affiliate of DoorDash.
Very well then.
It was a whole thing. It was kind of nuts.
Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Not a whole lore went on there, right? I wasn't really paying attention. I'm gonna be real with you.
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Who is talking?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegus. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look up there, it's Lord Dohalim.
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest!
What?
Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as
That's
Lord,
crazy. I can't
speak
believe
to
that
you
happened.
in his stead. You're afraid. As people so often are when
It
faced
came
with
up.
the
It got
unknown.
back up pretty quickly. I think it was like 45 minutes or so until it was like fully functional again.
The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However,
But it was that's never happened to me before in
and things will
the time
soon
I've
be
been
back to
streaming, at
normal.
least.
I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind.
You are scared in the
You
one.
are Lenegus, not the lords and sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you,
I keep punching my mic.
not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among
I feel like the sound effects in this game are so much louder than the voices. Is that just me, or is that like a thing?
A bright tomorrow awaits.
You tell him, Dohalim. Yeah.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing. Was it true?
Technically doesn't,
It's
isn't it?
still too
There's-
premature to
there's
say
two
with any
sovereigns.
certainty.
I'm
But I believe
confused
so.
as to why they think it never
This
existed.
whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie. Built on nothing but falsehoods.
While the crown contest
But
didn't make the sovereign,
can't all have
technically
been-
they still existed.
I can believe it.
Technically.
After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Faria, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
Part of
I'd
me
say we found someone
understands her
capable of doing just
uncertainty here
that, wouldn't you?
because it's the only life she knows. So why question it? But the other part's like,
You?
oh my god,
You can't be serious.
stop talking and listen to them. It's infuriating.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over,
Right.
I shall return.
Which they're not.
But not as your
But
sovereign,
technically they exist.
nor as a leader,
Technically.
the likes of which the people here are
Alfin
used to,
and
I think.
But
the other dude
How
whose
else do
name
you
I
propose
can't.
to rule?
Volron. Are
I'm not
technically
sure yet.
sovereigns.
All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegus, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged
I
by
still don't know who's
birthright
ruling and controlling
or the
everything,
power of
so
their astral arts.
because it's not the
but
red
on other
woman,
things.
the woman in red or
More
whatever her name
important
is. I don't
things.
think it seems like
Things
she's
like-
being controlled by someone as well.
Oh, I don't know. Musical talent, for example.
when I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong.
You're
Truth is,
wrong. Oh
you
my
were
god.
always different.
No way.
I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept turn against death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegus till you get back.
Thank you.
That looked really weird for a second. I thought he was
guess
gonna
you're
like
not going to make it
go
to
in for a
Menancia
hug or
for the
something.
foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul. How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted?
Yeah,
From this
definitely,
day forth,
definitely.
I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the
And to be
departed shall
honest,
remain
I
forever
kind of
in my
felt
heart.
like that was going to be the
Remember,
situation.
You're going to be leading the
Like
people
everyone was
here,
making such a
not
big deal
ruling
out of the
them.
Sovereign, and then
True enough.
like
Whatever
they were
would
building
I
it
do
up
without you, Kisara.
for the Sovereign to not actually be
With or
anything.
without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full.
They're just a
when the time
face,
comes.
like you said, propaganda.
We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
Okay, now should I go back? Do things open up a little? Oh? Increase maximum AG by 1. Oh, Dohalim, you have one more thing here. Oh, wait, but we can do this, and it's going to be penetration. Oh, yes. Ooh, I want this. This one's good right here. You're doing fine, Aberrant Soul. So far, nothing. You haven't said anything. No need to go back yet? Okay.
Looks like the people of Lennox.
In one
Sorry,
sense.
I'm just gonna skip this. I can't with all these. I'm honestly just doing
How
these
long
just in
have you
case, like,
known?
I get something for it, or if it's a trophy or something. Okay, so no need to go back yet. Where's the ship at? Why can't I just fast travel to the ship? Like, come on. Can I jump down here at least? Yeah. There was a vendor somewhere. There's actually a vendor over here. Let me double check to see if I need anything. I don't think I do. Imagine if we found out the president didn't do anything. That'd be nuts. Wait, where's the vendor? Oh, it's over here. There's cutscenes. Okay, so there's gonna be more before I get back on the ship.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Sure. Thanks. What's my money? Yeah, that's fine. I don't know how much I'm gonna need this, but I like to make sure my ranch is full. Ooh, yeah, but they don't do anything. I don't even know where I got her current book, but it is just better. Yo, I like the look of this one, to be honest, but I gotta go with this one, right? Here goes my money. Oh. I know the ranch isn't needed. I just do
Have
it
you
anyway.
guys checked your equipment lately?
I'm all healed. I'm not healed. Just kidding. I lied. We're gonna rest. I'm not gonna cook. Don't really need to right now. Alright, and we'll progress a tad. Surely it's this way. Da, 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 da. I'm just gonna kind of run. I don't really need to search anything, so we're just gonna head straight back. Assuming a cutscene is just gonna happen at some point. Oh, she's healing somebody. I'm like, what was that? A long story dialogue. I hope it's a good one at least. Come on, should give me some twists. This way. I'm ready for the craziness to start. Ah, yes, that's what I like to hear. I'm ready for it. Want it. I'm trying to even think of what it could be, and honestly, I got nothing. That much? Including the start of this area, or from here on out? Okay, it didn't need to make me run all the way, but come on. I've gone through a lot of it, solid. Okay. Nothing super shocking though. Did I learn things? Yeah, but nothing like crazy yet. In terms of shocking twists that I've played in video games before.
I thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
You can say that again. And now we have more problems to fix too. Like figuring out how to reform Lenegis.
I love
That can
Alphin's
wait for
sick
now. We've got more than
outfit
enough
upgrade
upgrades
though.
to deal with as it is.
Looking,
Like figuring out who's
looking
really running
spiffy.
the show on Rena.
Clean. Although I should change his hair. I don't like
Yeah.
those. I don't like the
Which
ponytail.
is why we're going to the Renan homeworld.
He can't pull the ponytail off.
All the
Sorry,
answers we've been
Alphin.
looking for are on that planet. The person responsible for all this, the Red Woman, and the Renaissama. The answers have to be there. Are we prepared to finally find them?
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Together.
So, what do we do first when we get there?
We know nothing about the Renan homeworld or what we might face once we arrive. We should get a feel for how things are on the ground before we take any serious steps.
It's also entirely possible that the first thing
I
we're
did
going
not
to face is an
check
attack.
that, and I don't
If we
think you
come across
can.
the capital, we should...
Oh shit. Sorry.
What?
I was not expecting that. Creepy as hell, just floating in space. Cool, cool. Okay.
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls
Did I
are
get a
accepting my
haircut?
commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone, look there!
Oh, I thought you meant me. I think that's the same haircut she's always had, isn't it? I thought so. Wait, what the heck? Did her hair actually change that? Did it? I straight up thought it was gonna destroy the planet. That's gonna create some tsunamis. Just saying. The music, though, love it. And the visuals, love it also. Wait, that's your emote, Aberrant Soul. Abera 7 Jam?
That flower
Abera
looks
Jam?
like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
I like it.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for
I
that
know,
energy
and a
to
beautiful
reach
flower
here.
just appears.
Could that have been its true purpose all along?
My jam, I love it. That's hilarious.
If that's true,
Good stuff.
do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
Except for the tsunamis that
only
they're about to
pray
get
that
wrecked
they
with.
are.
Maybe some earthquakes.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
The Flower of Oblivion.
What a crappy flower.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
So we're
Starships
just
are
like
extremely complex
floating
machines.
in space without
One
power
wrong move
to our
while
ship.
we're out here in space could
Nice.
very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Of course there's a way to get out of this. You're in a video game.
Now what?
Don't you know that?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
Is it the flower? Mm-hmm.
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
So, wait, so you're not on
Do
the
you
ship
think we
anymore?
might run into more Renans here? Or
Okay.
those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed.
Yeah, we
so that
still don't know
probably means they
who
aren't
is
hostile.
controlling everything.
Still, why would anyone
And that's
want
got to be the
bring us
twist,
here?
right? Who's in charge? I feel like that's got to be
Shion!
If they wanted to attack
something
us,
that
they
will
could have done
surprise
so
me.
while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
Ah, yeah. Who's gonna lighten the mood?
Boo!
Ah! What the? Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rin.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to...
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation.
Yeah, but... See...
Oh.
Staying alert is important.
Love it, Rinwell. So technically I could go back if I wanted to, but don't. Okay. Oh.
I
I
still
walked
can't
2
get
feet.
over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah. Our planet's really not doing too...
I've only ever seen Rena from the surface of Dana, so I figured it was just another... Still, though...
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
I
that.
never would have imagined Rena
That
actually
it
looked
wasn't-
like that. And
You only
what's the
see,
deal
like,
with
one
that
side of
giant
it.
flower coming out of it?
Weird.
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue.
Broken egg.
Rena
That's one
and
way to
Dana.
one way to think about it.
We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars. in
All
the
your
heavens.
history that you
But
learned
to
is
think that they
apparently
lied to
a
us, not
fat
only about
lie.
the Sovereign and the crown contest, but also the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay. That beam of light.
Giant apple someone ate and kind of left floating in space. Yeah, they just left the core floating in space, you know. It kind of does look like an apple. Lower? Just kidding. Central? Love that it gives you the option, but can't use it yet. Wait, can I go to the upper? No. Okay. Have to check. Any items? Nah, seems like a pretty straightforward path. Looks like a control room or something.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
It's a little different, but yeah, I suppose. It's got like the vines and roots. Wait, that looks like one of those red woman things I fought.
It's one of those!
Yeah.
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
No, it's all a dream. You've all been sleeping this whole time. And you're about to wake up.
It doesn't look like it can move.
Yo, imagine that's freaking
Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
whatever her name is, Shion's ancestor in a suit, whose name I can't remember at the moment.
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
You didn't really answer the question, so what are you?
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you?
Yep, let's ask again.
Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
They were brought here?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
Great
What do you mean,
Spirit?
serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women? Pulling their strings?
You're just gonna breeze right over at the Great Spirit? Okay. Sure.
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket
Right now
out
it
of
seems
here.
like you can.
Let's at least
That's a
hear it
lot.
out.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil.
Okay.
The red women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's Great Spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is
Yo,
this
it's
Great
turning
Spirit
into
of which you
sci-fi.
speak?
What the fuck?
Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct.
Thank you,
The
Dohalim, for
Great Astral
asking
Spirit
that.
is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
So that's what she's been hearing, probably.
A
Right?
voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Uh-huh. Just serve a voice that
Does
you hear.
that mean it was controlling your minds?
Makes sense.
Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrek 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit.
My fear's not logical.
Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in its current state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegus was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renasalma.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renasalma required a vast amount of energy.
Apparently 300 years.
That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
This is all happening because of me.
Nevertheless, you still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrek 35?
I thought he didn't. Or it didn't.
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
Which is...
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Oh shit, okay. Wasn't expecting that.
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
Huh.
What makes you say that?
Lenegus has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena.
Sure.
If nothing is done about the Great Spirit, it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw earlier is just the beginning? That...
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize.
Apparently 300 of them.
As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However, I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance?
Yeah, wait, for what? Why are you...
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Faisal.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
Interesting. Not what I was expecting whatsoever. Like, not even a little bit. Interesting. I feel like something's still gonna happen.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically blackmailing us into doing its dirt.
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it.
Where are you gonna follow?
At the very least, everything it said about the Renan Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy.
I hope
that
so.
Being said,
I mean, that's
had we not previously encountered
very
the
interesting.
will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why?
What a dick, am
Astral
I right?
energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy
So they're literally
Dana.
going to be fighting astral energy?
There is one other thing that concerns me. How the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevrek 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter.
That is
Let's
what
find
he
out.
said, is it not? Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm just trying to absorb everything. I'm assuming we take the elevator. Let's go lower first, I suppose. Oh, I can go both ways? What's this way? If there's not an item over here, come on. Come on. Sorry, I messed up the camera there. Not even putting an item in that room. What is that? Okay, lore dump number 2. Oh shoot, people.
Who are they?
I can visit this place later.
what is it?
Interesting. So this place does something
My
later. then.
apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Okay, cool.
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevrek 35 when he mentioned that overseer.
Plot twist incoming.
And what was that
Alright.
about subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There is
Alright,
anyone
Aberrant Soul.
else we can talk to.
Thanks for stopping by. I'll be
I
here.
guess we should ask around here.
You're gonna miss the plot twist that you've already seen, though. It's okay.
Have you guys lived up here in Dake Faisal with Hevrek 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though. We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally, this station was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegis from the outside.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire facility had been destroyed.
Okay, hold on. So Dana is where they're from. Lenegis was that like space station, right? And the people on Lenegis are Renans, and then Renans, or Rena is the planet that the people that live on Lenegis are technically from. Am I getting that right?
And you've been working for Hevrecht 35 ever since?
Well, at first we thought that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The Helganquil have
Okay,
the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition,
Camouflage,
they also used
interesting.
hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected.
That's not creepy as hell or anything.
It's a pretty sophisticated operation, especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict.
Sophisticated is the word you're gonna go with?
I
Okay.
have to imagine
sure.
that's how Lenegis is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
She seems so chill about this.
You act like this didn't affect you personally.
Thank
if
you,
I was
Law.
you, I'd be
There
mad
you
as hell
go.
at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrecht 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegis? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright.
Wait, but
After
are
all
you
this
about to know
time,
the truth?
there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead. Things are going just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
Thank you for answering our questions.
Okay.
Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
No.
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
Duh.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the Renans down there?
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
Excuse me?
Huh?
Oh, I thought the Overseer
what
explained
now?
everything.
Apparently not.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
What now? What? So all Renans were...
But
What?
if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
There aren't, but there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language, people of Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction,
What?
yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me
Wait,
get this
Rinwell
straight.
can do it though.
Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
What
Wait.
the fuck?
That explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter
you just
their
sound like a
bodies is
psycho.
far less invasive than your conventional surgeries. They have these tiny machines that are practically invisible.
They're
which
making
they
him
insert
like a
into their
psycho.
bodies and
Enough. You needn't tell us anymore.
How can you speak so calmly about all of this?
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. Anyway, the Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. They're also mostly the ones behind what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
So there were no Renans at what? They were
Does he
all
really
Renans
expect
were
us to believe that
created.
Renans never truly existed?
What
How
the
absurd.
fuck?
Dohalim.
Which means
Just when I think we're
he
getting to
was.
the bottom of it all, some new revelation smacks us in the face.
What?
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while.
What? Okay. Seriously though.
Do you know
that's
anything about
literally
a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes.
That's insane.
Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly.
Yo, I was
However,
what
there were
the
two
okay.
problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and
That's
send
crazy.
such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient.
So
Second, we had
Hold
to
on.
figure out how
I
to
have questions,
convert
but hold on.
Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner. However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied. The reason for that is because the Maiden lost control.
All right, Aberrant Soul.
I'm told he slaughtered many Renans
See you, man.
in Helganquil
Thanks for
that
stopping
day.
by.
For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set
I
our
have
sights on
questions.
Dana and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contest began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further mishaps.
Which we saw.
A new Sovereign had to be made as well.
Volron.
It was such tremendously difficult work, its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
Uh-huh.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevrecht 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes. And yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
Okay.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
You've got to remember that these guys have been living alone up here for a long time. Who knows what shape their minds are in?
Okay, so basically, my whole
Feels like
party
the whole world has been turned upside down.
is
there
Danon.
anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously,
Dude, I
I'm
swear to
still
God,
trying
if
to
Twitch
process
goes
the
down
fact that
again,
we Renans were created by the Helgan Quill.
swear to
Let
fucking God.
alone the Sovereign and Maiden stuff.
Let's take a moment to gather ourselves. I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but I think it's fair to say that we've found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get
Can you
that
hear me?
the Great Spirit...
Like, is everything good for you? Okay. My chat disconnected for a second like it did yesterday.
It took control of the Helgan
So I'm
Quill.
hoping it's
Then the
fine.
Helgan
We'll see
Quill
that.
created the Renans, who went on to invade and rule over the Danans.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over before we decide on our next move?
That's a good idea, Kisara. If the Renan Great Spirit really is behind all this, and we've got a really big fight ahead of us. Because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too. If we're going to do this, we need to be completely sure of ourselves. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds, too.
Sounds good. Let's go find them.
They're literally standing right in front of you.
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah. Everything we thought we knew.
Right.
Well...
Okay. So like Dohalim and Shion. I guess more Dohalim. Was he taken from Dana and made a Renan? Like Hi. Is he Renan? Renan? Okay. $300 ago. Oh shit, okay. So he was never Ren. Okay, so okay. So he could technically be So is he Renan then? Just yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I got you now. I see. That's fine. I gotcha. Okay.
Oh, it's you two. Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
Who?
Who?
Oh, Dohalim.
Oh, you mean Dohalim, don't you?
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around it all, but he looked like he was taking it really hard earlier.
What do you think about everything we've learned? About the Renans,
Gotcha.
the Great Spirit,
Okay.
and all that?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
On
So it's
some
300.
level, I'm not even really sure.
I honestly
what
don't know
to
why I
think,
didn't put
to be
together that it was
honest.
300 years ago.
I mean,
That's on me.
the
I should have
Great
realized that.
Spirit is like a huge
Like, duh,
natural
right?
disaster. but with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it. As for the Renans, I suppose my feelings on that...
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, to be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is, well...
Yeah,
I guess
just...
it's a little deflating, to be honest.
Wrapping my head around it is hard.
You mean about the Renans?
And understanding it.
At the end
like,
of the day,
I was not
Eldan
expecting
Quill and the
this
Great
game to
Spirit
go
are the
where it
ones who
did
are
at all.
But at the same time, I realized that not every Danan is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danans have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that imbalance...
Well...
Yeah.
It's no small task.
Right. In a worst case...
And we all...
That's
It's true. Yep. It won't... But I think... And now...
Who's next? I think I'm actually gonna do Rinwell last. Oddly enough. I'll do Dohalim actually.
I apologize.
Yes,
for
I
making
focused
you
on the
witness
present story,
You
and
mean
yeah,
hearing
you're
the
right, for
origins
sure.
of the Renans? Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one. I can
But
only imagine that you
I'm
must
glad
have
I got
been
you to
constantly feeling like this.
explain
ever since
it
your
to me,
memory returned, Alphen.
which I appreciate.
And you as well, Shion. About your thorns and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegis might not even be a safe option.
Neither of them seem to be safe
And at
options.
the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could... There is, after all, 3 cent... And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about...
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck. There had been backlash over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still...
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way.
Indeed. On that note...
Oh?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator, so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably. As the one and only Blazing Sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say.
And I take it that you'll be the one...
Yes. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. Is it too...
No, relax. You get so tense and
You're too kind.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again. This time just as friends.
You don't even need to ask.
Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Okay.
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this. Believe me.
Really? You've never struck me...
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once...
It was really that...
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else...
Man, I think you might be a better guy than me, Alphen.
Law.
I was too worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad. That was no way to live. But all this talk about other races and the world ending... If...
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe
Oh?
I used to, and when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me, I didn't, but that's when I finally got it. You guys were all—
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside—
The thing that's most important, all I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me.
Not everyone is strong enough.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight. And you're strong. Forget all the big stuff going on. Just don't lose
Sorry,
sight
I'm
of
like
what
reading
you...
it faster than they're saying it, so I'm
Yeah,
just kind of
I
skipping
think it
through.
does. It's like a big weight. I'll fight to protect the people around me.
Yeah, you do that. Like you've been doing already. Okay, Rinwell, your turn.
You both seem awfully calm.
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy.
How are you holding up, Rinwell? That whole talk about the Renans looked like it shook you.
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danon mages like my family were persecuted and died out. But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danons again, then I know it. Danons probably won't be so quick to let their guards down. And there might be Renans who still—
It wouldn't surprise me. 300 years of bad blood and—
Yeah. I know firsthand just how
300
much
years is a
hatred can take
long
hold in your
time.
heart. But even so, I was still able to change. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position as both a Dan—
Rinwell.
That great spirit worries me too. Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to
Now that you mention it, Heverick 35 and the other scientists here never really brought the—
Maybe. But regardless, at the end of the day—
We won't.
Well, it sounds like everyone's learning from their past.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean,
Okay.
I might be a Renan in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one. Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steel. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save. It's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you can, it was Naori's hope. that
Naori.
Somehow,
Forgot her name.
someone in the future would be able to stop it before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that call.
I don't think Naori was hoping that we would just stop the world from getting destroyed. She considered me, a Danon, as a real person. I don't think she wanted the world to be saved, just so they could go back to hurting each other.
Huh?
When we were talking to Kisara earlier, about all that stuff like everyone's need, she said that the first step down that path was for each of us to— That means forgiving other people. Even
Forgiving. So
Yeah. I don't just mean forgiving things that happened in the past. If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future—
Easier said than done, my
we
man.
have
But
to
yeah,
all learn to
that's how you
forgive
do it.
You know, you're right. People can hurt one another without even meaning to.
It's not going to be easy, but if we can do it, I'm sure there'll come a time when— I'm there with you, Shion. I too want to— I think that's the very least I can do to repay Naori.
Yeah. I want a future that she would feel proud to live in. And I'm—
Whoa there, Savior Girl. We're here to save you too, you know.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten.
Okay. After your ship fixed, there will be new side quests.
Well, is everybody
Love
ready
it.
to do what needs to be done?
And new owls
I
will
am.
appear. I think
There's a lot
I
to
might
think
do the
about,
owls
But at the end of the day,
first.
Dana's still in danger. I don't care who we're up against. We'll kick their ass.
Yeah, Law. Fuck yeah.
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind, too.
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, then so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world. And it's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with it. That alone is enough to make it our enemy. But it's not only that. One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving Shion.
Sounds like endgame right here.
You're saying there's a chance?
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw in Lenegis, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naor. And to hear Shion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns as well.
Indeed. Shion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy. The one time. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction.
Shion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
What now?
We don't know anything for certain. At the very least, though, I think it's possible her thorns are a part of the Great Spirit.
Okay. Interesting.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Didn't really think of that, but
Shion.
okay.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
The question is, how do we confront it? So the Wedge
I didn't
and
even do that.
Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right. This is an altogether greater challenge for merely 6.
And we only know about the Thorns connection thanks to
Hevric 35 has been observing the Great Astral Spirit. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort.
Members who left the party have now rejoined.
So if the Sovereign...
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins and the Renis Alma stolen, Lenegis is
We
functioning
needed us
fine. If it needed us before...
First they lumber you with a position you never asked for, then you're discarded.
More importantly, who do they think we are? We might not even...
I just hope everyone on...
Worst comes to worst, Lenegis is equipped with a large number of starships that people...
Wait.
In any case, if...
Right.
Okay. Central, right? I believe Central. Yeah. Okay, let's go talk to Hevrekt. Did you fix my shit, man?
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
That's so
And how are we
interesting.
supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma.
And that is where exactly? Oh wait, you have
You
it.
will
don't you?
also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden.
Check.
They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the Thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the Great Astral Spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
It missed
So
the
it
word.
really will kill me.
Same.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
You're irrational.
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, The Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the Great Astral Spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Where is the Renis Alma? Don't.
Well,
By the way, they have it, don't they? Or
it is true that the
he
Renis
should have
Alma
it.
is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the Great Astral Spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony. Considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed, I cannot allow it.
Yeah, the red woman had
Its
it.
uncertainty
Yeah,
is
yeah,
simply
that's what I
too
thought.
great.
Which
what does
means
that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your
which means
starship
this guy
will not be restored,
should know where it is.
and you
right?
will all be unable to leave here.
Or you could just lie to him.
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
Okay, I like it.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
What?
I am an observer.
What?
The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
Andre, what's up? Yo,
But
yo.
what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So
Just
our
chilling,
only option
nice.
to
How you
retrieve it
doing?
is to head straight for the Great
You
Spirit and take it
got
back.
any plans for the holidays?
According to my observations, the astral
it
energy
just
is
got
most
quiet,
densely
didn't it?
concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower then.
Kinda, not really.
I have one
Just
more
hanging out with
question.
family or anything?
You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already
I
integrated
mean, that sounds
with the
good.
planet.
Sounds like fun, no?
What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a
Yo, your
scenario,
birthday is right after
the
Christmas
energy will
and right
disperse,
before the New Year.
and the
Damn.
Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we
Oh,
manage
hell
to beat
yeah,
the Great
dude.
Spirit
You gotta go see
without
Spider-Man
destroying it,
tomorrow?
we'll still be in danger?
Likely,
Like
the
tomorrow,
collapse will
Friday?
occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us
Nice.
straight for once.
I'm pumped to see it
Everett
too, dude.
35
I haven't
and the
got
others
tickets
have
yet,
gotten
though.
used to hypothesizing from afar is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Can we not have to talk to my members again? That'd be
Man,
fantastic.
Is it too much to ask for Hevric?
Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit?
Shion's Fire Master Core was able to
astral energy
suppress
prevented
astral
from gaining
energy.
sentience,
Couldn't we
right?
make use of
I'm not sure. In small doses, may.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core.
Hevrecht 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skip.
You're probably right.
Alright. Can I use my starship now, please? That'd be fantastic. Hi. It'll take some time to completely repair your starship. I suggest that you all get some rest in the interim. Might as well, right? Might as well. Driving to Delaware? What's in Delaware,
you still
man?
thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am.
To pick
but
up
not
your
for
mom?
myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
So does
The
your
fact
mom?
that our
I'm
people
confused.
lived
Does
in
your
the
mom live
same
there?
this
I
whole
thought she
time
lived in New
will
York.
only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead.
Gotcha.
Even
Gotcha,
as I
gotcha.
dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or
Oh,
reproach us
gotcha.
Renans even once.
I'm no saint.
So does anyone live in New
I have
York with you?
skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim.
Oh.
You gave me an
okay.
opportunity to see them in a different light.
Gotcha. So you're good.
Thanks to your
Okay.
reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that.
So you're meeting your cousins
There were those of
halfway
you who
to
were
get
good,
your mom and bring her back
that
to
was
New
a
York.
start.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Gotcha.
When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Still a
Yeah,
pretty
it
long
is.
drive. 4 hours.
When you can pull someone aside and
Or
talk
not 4
to them
hours, sorry.
one-on-one, then you have the chance to come
Was
to
it
an
like 2 hours?
understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people
I
that
don't
you can
blame you,
relate
man.
to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among. If we can build a
True.
society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and
Wait,
do
so
away
you're
with
not
the
even
hierarchy
wait.
outright.
What?
To deal with one another as humans and nothing
So
more.
you're going with your sister's
That's
boyfriend.
the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a
You're,
fun
yeah, so you're
tribute
gonna be
to
the
my brother's
company.
legacy.
Interesting.
Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep it.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me, Doe.
Did you just... Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be...
You know,
Yeah.
Yo, there's like a thing between those two. There's like a thing between Law and Renwell, and there's obviously a thing between Shion and Alphen.
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything... So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before. About whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was
Seriously
being
though, it kind of
questioned.
is.
So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
I forgot I had food over here.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost
Andre, do you
need
like
it
your
to be
sister's
kind.
boyfriend? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way.
He's not bad. Okay.
You trusted Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust
Yo,
it
I don't
because
blame you, man.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a
It's a
little
little
bit
weird.
of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us?
Makes sense, no? That's
In a
kind of...
way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
Yeah, that's kind of what was explained earlier. It was
Well,
spread
like
out
you
rather
said,
than...
Unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe.
Heverick 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing.
Yo, come
Just
on,
forget
man.
about
Just...
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were thinking?
That's not what I'm
Oh
saying.
my
Spit it out
god.
already.
I'm in love with you. Just say it, bro. Okay.
You sure you don't want to get some rest?
Alphen and Gion's turn.
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Xion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana? All of that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
For real, though.
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do.
Kill me.
Like Hevrect 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the Blazing Sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the Blazing Sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything
Listen,
that we...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Obviously, she was gonna ask that. Like, come on.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Xion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Yes.
Thank
it's
you,
his.
Xion.
Well, technically they
So
never
it's a
freaking said
promise,
it,
then?
which is infuriating, but yes.
Yeah, it's a promise.
Why can't none of
remember
these
how I felt
couples
the
just
first
say it?
time you touched me.
Oh, here we go.
My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you. I don't have words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Not the point, bro. Way to just ruin the moment.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before.
Oh.
But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Xion,
Oh my god, just let him say it.
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So her thorns are part of, what is it, the Greater Spirit, which is trying to destroy their planet. And whenever he touches her, yeah, it's a curse. And anyone that touches her gets hurt, basically.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting
She
all
can't
day.
control it. It just
Our
happens.
task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
So the hope is once the Great Spirit is dead, then her thorns are gone, since it's part of the Great Spirit, and then
We will save
she
our
can be
worlds.
touched again.
That's a promise.
None of those couples said how they
Let's go,
feel
everybody.
about each other, and it's
Got one last
infuriating.
wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should
Okay.
give Hevrek 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait,
Side
you
quest
mean like
time.
the Red
Fuck
Women used
yeah.
on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Oh my god.
Will all the
Law.
Helganquil go back to normal
Get over
once we
it, man.
defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it
That's
would
what
be
I'm saying,
illogical to
Andre.
risk the success
That's what
of
I'm
the
saying.
mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
She did it again.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy.
Uh-huh.
Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
I mean, technically there's an explanation, but they're not going to give him the explanation.
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see
Tone
this
down the
through to
music
end.
so I can hear him talking, please. My god.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
Okay. So I can now go back to Dana, I believe, and do stuff, yes? I hope. I should save, to be honest. I'm just gonna drop a save. Yeah. You know what, Law? Since you were getting all annoyed at walking, we're gonna go ahead and make you the party leader. Yeah, that's right. Go to Rena first, then go back to Dana. Okay. Take off for Rena. Oh, it doesn't even give me a choice. Ha!
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Creepy. So is that the core?
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy.
Wait,
This
but
world is
what about the
dead.
stuff going right into the... Okay.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
Holy
And
shit,
it's covering
okay.
everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
For real, holy crap.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
Oop. I just...
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
Pretty much, man.
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Destroyed remnants. Rena.
So this is Rena.
Special owls seem to have appeared throughout
This
Dana.
is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I'm gonna go do that.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see.
What do you mean, what would happen?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like
I mean, to be fair, I was totally curious too.
This is
If
essentially
you go in
a
it, what would happen?
world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity?
I mean, I
Law?
was curious.
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where...
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renis Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly.
Yes, I did
it should make them
find...
easier to
I
attack
did
at
get the
least.
notification.
We might just be able to weaken it. It won't be easy.
Oh my god. Enough of these things.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on...
What'll the world be like?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
at
think
the end
everything
of
will
this...
be different?
A lot will
Of course
have
it
to
will.
change, that's for sure.
What do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan's
There's
rule.
300
That's
years
true.
of...
Just as
Yeah.
bad.
Renans, Danans, Astrolog.
If only not diff.
It will take.
There will no longer.
That's where
Okay, okay, I can't. Oh my god.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization.
Nope, I'm done. I swear to god, there's another one. Good. Okay. We're doing it. Interesting. We're gonna go to Berg Volcano though. And I might slightly cheat to get the owls. I'm gonna be honest with you. Keeping up with the Helganquil.
Hey! Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No, I mean...
Rinwell.
Yeah,
Sandwich
they're designed
recipe?
to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right.
I'll have to check.
I don't know.
You don't think it's...
Can't say...
Connect the...
Okay.
Huh.
It would...
Not...
Get him, Hoot.
Okay.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we...
Awesome. Okay. Recipes. So it can be under items. What is it? A sandwich recipe? Garden mushrooms. This one right here. I do. Does it do something? Should I cook it?
You guys want to rest here? Hey, Shion. Got it.
Holy Mark. What's that do? I don't even know. What's the Holy Mark do?
Any requests for supper tonight?
Me? Not really. I'm fine with just about anything. Everything you cook is delicious.
Well, thank you.
I love how much amazing...
Your cooking has really...
It's because of you.
I've noticed a
That is a good point, Law.
Hey, Alphen, why do you...
Really close to enemy to fight, I think. Interesting. I'm not gonna cook, but I will talk to Dohalim here.
Care if I hang out for a while?
Because you said it unlocks something
Would
for
you
him.
perchance-
I'm honestly gonna skip that.
We'd best get ready for tomorrow.
Am I as close as possible that I get the smiley face? No.
Shall we get moving?
Well, shit. I'm gonna cheat a little. Don't get mad at me. I'm the worst. Hey, side quest. I am gonna go grab that side quest. Here, let's
Finally.
Tales of Arise.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here
Sandwich
faster.
Recipe.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy.
Oh my
I'm
god,
more about
stop it.
mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
You
Hey, I
like
miss
her.
anything?
Stop it.
What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Okay, I see what it does.
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back.
Yeah, yeah. Then go to a Volron throne room. Okay. Wait, I have that owl?
Hey, Shion. How...
That's a little out of the...
Sorry, it's just...
I suppose you... But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but...
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still... And after all...
Besides...
That's true.
But that was a long time...
Don't worry, and you're right.
I'll say. And if it's...
You might...
Even after staying here, we...
Are you done? Good. So I got this owl already. How did I get that? Go to the Volron throne room. Where's that? Where's his throne room? Lord's chamber? The place where you fought him. I mean, it's gotta be here-ish, right?
I
Oh.
think Hoodle senses something.
Hi.
Who?
A trident. A golden trident. Its wielder is said to have traveled with the legendary Battle Maiden.
Who? I sense a strange power from this.
Is that an artifact? Carry over skills? Allows you to carry over titles and learn skills to a New Game Plus after. Yo, you can miss that? Yo, if you, oh my god, I can't even imagine missing that. Holy. That is mean. Anyway, let's go check out what this is, shall we? New owls give you artifacts for New Game Plus. Oh, I like it.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
My lord, you've received a notice from Notio. It says that the wedding is to be held at Saxleo Temple. Excellent, thank you for letting me know. Notice upon us, I can ill think of a happier occasion than this. Whose wedding? Whose wedding?
Saxleo Temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Yo, that.
Wasn't it beautiful?
I don't want to begin the game from scratch. Okay, we'll do that for sure, but we're gonna go with the. Oh my god. Go everywhere. Iglia Waste. Also, I don't know what this is, but I want to know what it is. I'm gonna travel here. Can I get through that? Because I don't know what that was yet, and I want to.
I think Hootle senses something.
We're gonna go find out. I believe, if I remember correctly. Is it this way? Yes. And then there should be something I climb as well. But are you still gonna stand in the way? Fine. Not quite sure what that does yet. Almost seems like an arena, in an arena kind of place. Vivid Sphere. You will unlock it during a side quest. Okay. Vivid Sphere. Carry over records. Library entries to New Game Plus after clearing the game. I don't even know what library entries are. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real. I don't know what the library entries are. Corridor? No. 4th floor? 3rd floor? 2nd floor? 1st floor? In field guide, you will see records. Oh, we'll check that out. These? Interesting. Enemy types defeated. I haven't even defeated all enemy types. Newly opened treasure chests, so I've missed quite a few treasure chests. Skitch triggered. 269 out of 320. Subquests cleared. 53 out of 70. Items found. Equipment found. Weapon types forged. Total weapons forged. Interesting. Camping points discovered. I've missed one. I don't cook a lot. There's a lot more astral flowers. And quite a few more elite enemies or Zoogles that I haven't beaten yet. Elevator over there. You're just chilling here?
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Oh
What are
my
you looking at?
god.
Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
Oh, law. Might as well grab you. This way, yes. Top floor. Hello. I'm cheating a little bit with owls. I'm sorry. I just want to get them found.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Battle Maiden's shield.
I said.
Carry over equipment, so that gives me all my weapons and stuff. That's massive. Thank you. Huge. Yeah, definitely want that for sure.
It's a strange.
Slodia Revel Prison Tower. There's a side quest here as well. It's gonna be in the hidden chamber, but we have to go here. Yeah, I definitely would like my equipment in New Game Plus.
Power from this.
I find it crazy that it doesn't just give that to you. I gotta be honest.
Hey, Rinwell?
Maybe it's the snow. So
When it comes to
I won't. Poodle, I've got some dried fish.
Is it this way? Underground prison? Where's the hidden prison cell? Office. Oh. Oh, okay. It's just up. Hidden at chamber. Why did I think it was a hidden prison cell? What am I talking about?
Hey, Alfred. What do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy.
What do you think about that chick over there? Come on, man. Oh. Hello.
Ooh.
Broken machine gun. One sec.
This shall be a feast for the senses.
Broken machine gun. Carry over money and items. Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Owl 36, Ganeth Harris. And it is Del Ferris Castle. Lord's Chamber. Wait, I already did this one. I already did this one. Menancia. The Palace. Guard room. Just there. Well, we gotta go to the entrance. And how do I get to the guard room from here?
Sure is good to be back in the
Hey, Kisara.
Storerooms are... No. Second floor? Guard room. Second floor. Second floor. So straight into the left, I suppose. Guard room? Yep.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Ancient excavator?
Then it's a
Indeed.
Law.
Huh? It's nothing. It's just Those two are being sneaky.
A promise?
Wait. You never know.
Yeah.
You didn't make the...
Yeah.
We've got to... That's it.
We might not be able to hear them talk like he can.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a wonderful treasure this is.
Okay. What was it? I didn't even see what it was. Ancient excavator. Carry over levels. Dude, I can't even imagine not carrying some of these over. Uninhabited island. I don't have that one yet. But we can, in fact, trigger it. The bottle should be here now, right? I think it should.
Hey, are we... You gonna get going or what?
Oh.
Oh?
What's this bottle? You'll get sick if you drink out of a random bottle you pick up. I'm not drinking from it. There's something inside. A letter. What does it say? Ship sank. Drifted to the island. No way off. Send help. It seems there was a shipwreck and sent this letter out to sea in hopes of being found. Oh my gosh, we gotta rescue them. There's a map in here. It's a rough sketch, but it's got a location on the island. Let's take a boat there. Ship sank. Drifted to the island. No way off. Send help. Letter in a bottle. Beyond the grave. So now I go to the boat, I'm assuming, can bring me there.
I wonder what
surely.
we'll find out there this time. Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
So if I go to... Hidden Wharf? I'm feeling Hidden Wharf, yeah? I don't know. I feel like that'll be it.
I mean, other than them.
All right. Hells yeah. Okay.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Yeah, you do.
Isn't that Almadria's?
So this is where her ship drifted.
Then the one who wrote the letter is...
Silver Marl. Oh, that's for
Alive.
Kisara.
Wounded.
Huge.
I doubt many of the others have
Huge.
survived.
Let's survey the area.
Find the person who wrote the letter. Sure. So debating calling it here. Hang on though. Let's level 32. Not as high level enemies as I was expecting, if I'm gonna be honest.
Well, looky here.
Apples? No, tomatoes. Apples grow in trees. What am I talking about? Yes. I shall do that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I will be back tomorrow. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, it seems like there's a lot of side quests left. So I'll try to do as many as possible. Wait, this is my last camp area, isn't it? This is the last camp area. Now I have all of them, don't I?
This is such a beautiful island.
Oh, Dohalim.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You want some?
Well, I'll be.
Yes! That's what I wanted. Right there. What was this? Subquest cleared their future. Oh, I just got that one. So that should unlock all his stuff. I have this side quest. Nice.
I suppose we should call it a day. Once we finish eating, we should get going.
Got anything new, sir? Yeah, you sure do. Wholly expensive. I have everything about dark tree blood and ominous eyeball. Yo, what the fuck? I like the look of that one, but this one's interesting. Yo, I unlocked so much stuff for them. Holy shit. Yo, that brings his attack up over 1,000, and they look sick. Oblivion, are Oblivion, like, she has Oblivion ring. And he has Oblivion gauntlets. Are those, like, their best weapons? Oh, I can forge that right now if I wanted to. I want to craft this so I can unlock that thing for Xion, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm gonna save one last time because OCD. And then I think I'm going to call it here, but I'm gonna try and wrap up most stuff tomorrow. I'm just worried because I'm going on vacation Friday, tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow night. I got them in the last area. Ah, shit. Okay. But I want to see how much I can wrap up tomorrow. Maybe I'll do an extended stream tomorrow. I'll see if I can swing that. But I'm out of here anyway. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. You always help me. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I will be back tomorrow, though. So, see ya. And everyone else, thanks for stopping by. Andre, always appreciate you. Like I said, I'm going to finish up some side quests tomorrow. Maybe do an extended stream. We'll see how it goes. But thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Appreciate it. Always do. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.